We got to pray for healing. We got to pray for healing. And also, we got to have forgiveness. I'm going to let my man right here cook. I'm glad you guys stopped by. My name is Deontay. Let's get into it.
You want to know something that this guilty verdict taught me? And I'm not talking about Carmelo Anthony. I'm talking about the people. This case showed me just how many of you can't think beyond the color of your skin. I'm talking
Nope.
about how some of you refuse to think past it at all. I mean, you saw a black defendant and a white victim and just stopped thinking altogether. Then the evidence, the trial, and the verdict all became secondary to you and race became primary. A lot of you weren't following the case at all. You were simply following skin color. And that came back and bit you in the ass. Because when the evidence, the facts, all of that became irrelevant and race started doing all the thinking for you, that's why right now a lot of you feel disappointed and exposed. Not because you supported Carmelo or because you disagree with the verdict, but because it revealed in real time that race was doing all the thinking for you and nothing else. How a lot of you were saying he's black, so I'm with him. How a lot of you were calling other black people coons because they refused to automatically support a stranger.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm being called a coon. I don't care. But what happened to Obama, Kamala Harris, Al Sharpton, Ben Crump? What happened? Because it didn't fit the narrative. They knew he was guilty. You don't hear nothing from them. Amazing.
How a lot of you became emotionally attached to a conclusion before the evidence even showed up. And then when that guilty verdict came back, you same people want to act shocked. Is it because you weren't evaluating the evidence, but instead trying to protect your identity instead? That's the lesson I took from this. The guilty verdict didn't have to convince me that some of you can't think beyond the color of your skin. Because the minute race becomes your primary filter, now everything got to get screened.
What happened to fight to live another day? Not fight and die. What the heck, man?
And then you want to know the biggest hypocrisy that this case exposed? How for years we've heard, stop making everything about race until a black person is involved. How we watched a lot of you say race shouldn't determine outcomes, then get angry when race doesn't determine the outcome you want. Flat out hypocrites. How some of you claim to hate racism, but the truth is you just want your version of it to be called something else. And that's why this guilty verdict is so revealing. Not because it proved race didn't matter, but because it exposed how a lot of you do need race to matter. And if your commitment to race is stronger than your commitment to truth, don't tell me you fighting for justice. A lot of you became the very same white supremacists you complain about, and this case proved it. You're no different and you're no better engaging in that same bigoted ass mindset. It's about time a lot of you start thinking beyond the color of your skin. Otherwise, shit like this is going to continue to happen.
Mic dropped. There's nothing more refreshing than discovering like-minded individuals on social media. I love everything he just shared. Thank you, sir.
Yep, thank you, sir. Yep, thank you. You know, and then back to this whole the party switch. No, the black people switch. We've been voting Republican because Roosevelt came into office, did everything down there free. Everybody started voting Democrat. Went downhill from there. Everybody want everything goddamn free. Get your ass up and get a job. Make something of yourself. Make yourself a name, a brand, something. You know? Stop blaming the white man for every goddamn thing, because that's not the case at all. You are the blame. Yourself is the blame. Nobody else. We need to hold accountability, you know? You made a mistake, apologize. Carmelo and the family never apologize. Playing the victim. That's the problem. We are too old to play victim, man. As blacks, we are too old for this. We got to stop all cousin race with this victim mentality. It got to stop. But I ain't gonna hold you guys up. Like, share, and subscribe. Name is Deontay. Thanks for stopping by.